Astral Projection Report. This happened in Manaus. There's a place in Manaus called Acaraquara Park. Acaraquara is a neighborhood. I had a friend there. This place even has appeared on TV. It was very well organized, very beautiful. There was a river nearby. I don't know if it is still there, because people keep building a lot of things. Human beings don't have notion of nature. I was in his house at the time. I was living in São Paulo and went there to do some things. I slept at his house. I slept in a hammock. As the place had a lot of vegetation, I kept observing nature consciousnesses. These consciousnesses are very interesting. One day I will dedicate some reports to them, because I think this is rich for us to learn from. So, his room was long. In one part there was the hammock where I slept. The other had a sofa and everything, where he watched TV. I went to bed because I was tired and he stayed up watching TV. I left my body. I went through the ceiling and started floating over the region. First over his terrain, which had a lot of trees, and then I headed towards the river, which was about 100 meters from the back of his house. I went to that direction and kept looking at the movements happening in the trees. As the trees are very green in this region, they have a lot of strength. The energy they emanate is different from what we know in other places. The nature consciousnesses deal with this energy in a very interesting way. They're always making balances and movements. At least that's what I saw. For me, it was a learning experience. I was watching that, looking down from above, and approached the river. That felt really good. Astral projection gives you angles, and you can go to places that no human technology has ever been able to. You can't do certain things. I would go there, get close to the river, to the water, and the waters were hitting a rock. At night, in the moonlight, it's a really wonderful thing. I was doing that in this projection and looking at the trees as well. Then, I realized that someone had approached my body. I say someone because it could have been my friend, but also a spiritual consciousness watching me. I came back immediately, floating over my own body. I noticed that who was near my body was my friend looking at me. He was on one side of the hammock watching, and me on the other, watching too. He kept looking at me, it seemed with a certain curiosity, because I must have been dead looking. When you project yourself with a very high level of lucidity, your breathing slows down a lot. This has been reported by people who have observed me, and you get very livid. You become very pale because your pulse gets lower. He must have seen that. Me, lying there, totally collapsed. Then an idea came to me, to get up suddenly, not to scare him, but to report to him later, that I was watching him from outside my body. It's not that he would understand much, although he accepted the things I used to say to him. And that's what I did. I returned to my body quickly, and sat down on the edge of the hammock. He got frightened, and said, "But weren't you asleep?" I tried to explain it to him, that my body was asleep, but I was observing. I tried to say some things he was doing. I don't know how much he understood. I'm reporting this experience, because it happened. That's what I really have to do. Maybe if he watches this video, he'll remember. He just won't remember the things he didn't see. This is another astral projection experience. I'll be back with others.
Então, essa é mais uma experiência de projeção astral. Volto com outras.
Would you like to participate in a work of energy giving from afar that is benefiting thousands of people? Click on the link below for more information.